In this video, we're going to evaluate algebraic expressions involving absolute value. It says evaluate the absolute value of 6u plus 10v minus 7 when u is negative 9 and v is negative 1. So we're going to take u and we're going to substitute it in here. So we get the absolute value of 6 times negative 9 plus 10 times, we substitute v in, v is negative 1, this is a multiplication, so I put it in parentheses, minus 7. Now, I follow PEMDAS, do the inside. We're going to pretend the absolute values are basically like parentheses. This is negative 54 minus 10, absolute value minus 7. That's negative 64, so I have absolute value of negative 64 minus 7. When I do the absolute value here, that would be just 64 minus 7. Subtract those and I get 57. So 57 would be this absolute value being evaluated with u being negative 9 and v being negative 1. If I do the same thing here with this absolute value that is squared, technically when you take the absolute value of something and then you square it, the absolute value pretty much doesn't matter because squaring it will make it positive, but we'll follow through here. It says do this when m is negative 7 and n is negative 8, and we get the absolute value of negative 15 times negative 7. That's what m is. And then plus 13 times n, which is negative 8. And remember, that's a multiplication there. Absolute value squared, minus 8. Negative 15 times negative 7, that's going to be 70. 7 times 5 is 35, so that's 105. And then negative 8 times 13, that's negative 80. Negative, so we're going to end up with, this is adding a negative, so that's really subtracting. That'd be 80, 104. Let's double check that. 104 squared minus 8. Subtract those, that's 1. So I have absolute value of 1 squared minus 8. The absolute value of 1 is 1. When I square it, so I have 1 now, and I put parentheses instead of the absolute value, squared. And then when I square it, I still get 1. So now I have 1 minus 8, which is negative 7.